Welcome to Biceps and Banter with expert trainer Brandon Crow. Hold on to your dumbbells and get ready for this conversational style podcast focused on interesting, everyday drivel with tasty tidbits of health-related information sprinkled in. Enjoy.
All right, welcome to Biceps and Banter. I'm sitting here with Nicholas Keegan, and Nicholas is an author, former competitive figure skater, former competitive professional skater, did Disney on Ice and all that good stuff, and we're going to get into pretty awesome conversation. We had a good time. We went in some crazy directions talking about his path, his past, and how he became a competitive athlete. So as a former professional athlete, professional figure skater, you've trained under some of the best coaches. How would you say your style is similar or different, or what kind of coaching style do you fit under?
That's a really good question, because when I was a competitive skater, I trained in Montreal, I trained in Los Angeles, I trained at the Toronto Cricket Club. I trained under the best Olympic coaches that were out there at the time, and it's really interesting because a lot of my training mates have gone on to become Olympic coaches themselves, and that's really interesting to see. But when I decided 5 years ago to come off the road and start coaching for myself, it was a really interesting thing because I thought I would become an Olympic coach. I thought that's what I wanted. And the minute I actually got into the job and I started working with kids, I started realizing I don't care at all about dealing with high performance athletes because there's such emotional baggage going on there. You're dealing with parents that a lot of times have completely lost the plot. The perspective is completely gone. The skaters are emotionally up and down, which is completely normal for a high performance athlete, where you've lost perspective. One day you have an amazing day and you feel like you're on top of the world, and the next you feel like your life is collapsing. The world is falling out from under you because you can't land anything. And as a coach, I don't deal well with that. I'm not that person. And I'm the kind of coach that I love working with the young kids and developing young talent. And when it comes to a kid at that level where they really need that Olympic level coach, I'm the first one to take them to somebody I know will take them further. For me, it's all about, I love being at the rink with the kids and putting in the time, but I like going home at the end of the day and not having to worry about parents calling me with crazy phone calls, or I don't like all that. And I also love that when the kids come to the rink, they're really excited to see me and work with me, and I'm not dealing with a question mark of when this kid shows up, what headspace are they going to be in? Are they going to be crying? Are they going to be emotionally unstable? I don't like that. I just don't work within that. And it's really interesting because I learned that as a coach, I have no ego, which is, I think, the best thing. For me, it's the best thing. I'm not the same way as a skater. As a performer, I have a big ego. I am very confident, and it has to be amazing, and everything has to be amazing. But as a coach, I'm much more relaxed, and I like to let the kids just get out there and do their thing, and kind of just support them and build their self-confidence.
Right.
And I like that dealing with young kids, you're able to tap into developing who they become as an adult. You're really a part of that journey with the parents.
Yeah.
And it's something that over the last 5 years of coaching, I just have really enjoyed. That's probably the best part of my job, is the fact that I know I'm leaving an imprint on these tiny little brains that they're going to grow into adults, and they're going to think back at me and what he taught me and things outside of skating. Because when you're coaching, there's a lot of times you start having conversations outside of the sport, things that they're asking or questioning in life. And, I love that input, that back and forth. And when you're dealing with a high-performance athlete, you as the coach have to be in a headspace of, we don't go there. We don't talk about anything outside of this. But a lot of times with young kids, especially as they're coming into their teenage years, they have so many questions about the world, and they just don't feel comfortable talking to their mom or their dad. So a lot of times I'll have that conversation with them, and then I'll go to the parent and be like, okay, listen, this is what's going on with them. Yeah. They need to have a conversation with you about, I love that. I love being that middleman. And I love it. And it's really interesting because I've had competitive skaters over the last 5 years come to me. And I've also had pro teams in Europe come to me asking, like hockey teams, asking me to be on the staff. But again, they're asking me to give up my life here to go on the road with a team. And I don't know, my perspective, I like where I'm at. And it just doesn't seem like a smart move to make for myself. I like where my life is. I like dealing with little kids and developing them. And I don't know, as a coach, that's who I am. And it's not who I thought I was going to be, but that's who I became. And it's a really cool thing. And I'm really proud of myself for that. I'm really happy that that's I found myself in the place I am. So
That's
that's
awesome.
a big answer. I'm
No,
sorry
that's
about
awesome, man. Awesome. Thank you.